we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pool pit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
If you want to get it before me and Bo, you better come early. It's the Pool Pit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 130. What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Kev.
Big Kev.
Oh. I can't even say the other one. Yeah, Big Bo's not with us today. He grinds giving, like he says all the time. You know, working, doing what he got to do. He on the grind heavy, so we got to keep this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? And keep giving y'all content no matter what. So he will be with us shortly, though. Y'all won't miss him for too long. So without further ado, and you know, we got that food for yourself.
We got that
this
food
show.
for yourself, for
now,
sure.
you know, we got to do a disclaimer.
Change it up a little
just
bit,
because Bo
you know.
ain't here, don't mean I ain't going to say no outlandish stuff. So, you know, we got to do a disclaimer. So without further ado, the Pool Pit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast. I said, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was Bo's part. So again, work with me. I said the Pool Pit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know, this podcast is built on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and no matter what, I keeps them on deck. When you're healed, you tell the story differently. And you know, like how, you know, to equate it, you know how people be in relationships and whatnot, and everything is great in a relationship, but as soon as they break up, then all of a sudden he or she was the worst person ever, or they this, they that, or they sex is whack, or, you know, just all the type of negativity that could possibly come around. Then all of a sudden it comes around. So if you're healed, though, and you moved on from that person, you don't got those jabs and those barbs at them. So, you know, heal up, baby. And then you don't have to put all that negativity out there like that. You know, I did go ahead and call me up a guest, you know, somebody who'll rock with me real quick on a last minute notice type deal. And we're going to have a little discussion and, you know, keep this party going, you feel me? So
Keep the party going. Oh, yes, sir.
Hello.
What's good with it?
What's crack-a-lackin', Big Kev?
You already know what it is. You know, we rocking the Pool Pit Podcast. Bo's not with us today, but, you know, we going to keep this thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's working. He's grinding. So, you know, we got to keep this thing going regardless and giving folks content. So, you know, we want to say shout out to Bo out there doing what he got to do. But he'll be back with us shortly, so you won't miss him for too long. But you can go ahead and let the people know a little bit about yourself if you want to, or if not, we can just go ahead and get into the proceedings.
Well, I'm Rhonda, Tennessee.
Can't y'all tell?
Yeah, y'all can tell a little bit. Used to be a PO, now I'm a paralegal.
Okay.
That's about it. That's me.
All right. That's what y'all got. Rhonda from Tennessee used to be a PO. Now she's a paralegal. Break it down. All right. So we're going to get into a little bit of some discussions and we're going to make it do what it do, right? Okay.
Right.
So on social media, you know, we all follow social media. I don't care unless you live under a rock. You on some type of social media platform, right? And, you know, It's a lot of entertainment on there, but it's always somebody who irks you every time you see them. If you had the power to ban them from social media and all aspects of the platform, who would it be?
Here's my thing on that. I don't know if I would ban anybody simply because, we do have freedom of speech.
Correct.
And I have got to the age that I'm like, if I don't like it, I'm just going. I don't even listen. I don't even read. I don't even care. I do feel like, though, and I'm gonna get hated on this. I feel like they should be listen. Hear me out. There should be an age, and it should be stuck to, and it should have to be proven. And I feel like there should be an IQ test for this shit.
IQ to get on the microphone and just spew whatever you want to spew.
Listen, the thing is, some of these people be posting some stuff that will it's like the more you read it, the dumber you get.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. They're basically going to post what they're following likes. That's their clickbait. So they're always going to put out material for those people to follow. So that's why I said it's some that do need to be banned, because I think they are abusing the freedom of speech. Even though there's a freedom, they're abusing it. So
I agree.
For me, it's a few people, but it's one that just been popping up lately so much, and I don't even want to give this young lady press because it's so wild, some of the stuff she says. But for me, it's Jaguar Wright. Like, it goes from Jay-Z, it goes from Diddy to Beyonce to Justin Bieber to Usher to LeBron James. Any famous person, she has the scoop, she has the tea on everybody, and it's always negative. Like, the audience that even listens to her, like, what credibility does she have? That's my key. Like, you were a backup singer for Jay-Z many moons ago. So
many moons
ago. You didn't make it in the industry. So what makes you think that you have all this information, this viable information that nobody else can obtain? You always got it, though. Come on.
It's the people that make her feel like she's got that.
Exactly. That's my point.
It ain't her.
It's her because you get an audience, though, right? So at the end of the day, you're the person saying it, right? And people always are going to listen to whatever is slanderous because that's entertainment. So you're always going to have you got shock jocks like Howard Stern back in the day was a shock jock. You got Joe Rogan. They're going to make certain statements to get people's antennas up. And they know that because that's what we cater to. But my thing is when you always slandering stars time after time after time with no proof.
That's how you get your name out there, though.
But I'm like, you were saying some crazy things that you got to have proof for eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like you're doing a lot of allegations.
Where's the receipt?
Yeah, I mean, her allegations are wild. You know, when you talk about pedophilia, when you talk about rape, sexual assault, taking somebody's lives and things of that nature, those are serious allegations. That ain't just, gossip, who slept with who or who got a illegitimate child. She be saying some serious stuff and she doesn't have anything to stand on it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, to me, I don't want to hear it no more. And when I'm looking at my social media, I don't even watch her videos and they still be in my feed. Ban her. That's my take on that. Ban her. And
get rid of the ignorance.
Get rid of the ignorance. Like if she has some real stuff, like some real information, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's cool. But yeah, ban her. And then our second one probably would be Elon Musk. Come on, man. It's like some of these ideas and some of these thoughts is like, come on, bro. You wilding out. You done took over Twitter and made it your own public home to say whatever you want to say and just be saying some outlandish stuff. So he would be my second one. He's not as bad as her.
I left Twitter.
Yeah.
I left Twitter. I ain't even on there no more.
Probably, and a lot of stars are leaving him because of the rules that he enforces. Like you took over Twitter to say you was trying to make it better, but really you just made it your playground to make rules as you come and go, you know what I'm saying, and change up the flow that dictate to your narrative or whatever. And yeah, a lot of people ain't really with Twitter.
We just all need to go back to MySpace.
MySpace. Is that time at MySpace?
Oh my God.
When that time in MySpace, I think it's time. Cause who's the dude for Facebook?
It was Tom.
Tom is the dude for MySpace, but who's the dude for Facebook? I can't remember his name off the top.
I can't either.
Well, he always put me in Facebook jail.
So that's why we need both.
Yeah. But he probably wouldn't. I don't think he'd know that neither, though. But I just seen this dude singing too, though. But I think it's time for MySpace, though. I don't know why I can remember Tom, but I can't remember the other guy's name. But anyway, yeah, the moderators and the curators of those social media platforms, y'all know who y'all are. But yeah, we need to just go back to good old time. MySpace was pretty dope, though. I can honestly say.
Yeah, Tom didn't care what you said.
Yeah, I kind of like. Tom didn't.
I never went to MySpace jail.
There wasn't no MySpace jail. You're right. It wasn't no MySpace jail. Plus, you had your own individuality and originality by the way you could do those things and those pages and how you could do it and whatnot, those raps of your pages. Yeah.
But your background and your music and all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. Let's bring back MySpace. Let's start a petition. All right, so we're going to move on to something else then. What's a food that you love, that you like, yeah, I got to have that no matter what, but ultimately you might be having the BGs, the bubble guts, or you on the toilet or one or the other, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to always take that chance no matter what because you got to have that food.
Listen, for me, there's two, and they're Mexican, and I think that gets everybody but the Mexicans. And
that damn Taco Bell will get you.
Listen, I'm telling you, I try to stay away from Taco Bell, but now and Chinese. Every time.
See, I don't really do the Chinese. I think the only thing that I've done in the Chinese side of things is probably some sweet and sour chicken and rice. And I don't know if you really can go too wrong with that, to be honest with you. So
I always get hibachi chicken.
Okay.
And every time, I barely be making it home. Seriously.
Nah,
I don't know what they put in that, but Lord have mercy, it runs.
Not barely making it home. That's bad business right there. Got them Chris Browns to be running. Let me see if you can run it, huh? Yeesh. For me, it's not too many foods to get to me, but for some reason, it's two things that I have noticed lately in my older age, and I don't know what that means, but I like honey buns, right? Frosted honey buns when I get a chance to get them. But when I eat them, if I drink them with milk, water, whatever I seem to drink them with, it never fails that it hurts my stomach instantly. And I'll be like, oh my God,
really?
What happened? Yeah, it never fails. And it's any brand of honey bun, Hostess, Little Debbie, Tasty Cakes, whatever it is, it never fails. And then there's this cereal. Like I like Lucky Charms, right? And when I do want to eat some cereal, they have a Walmart version of it, right? It's, when I'm trying to save a little change, especially in these climates we're in right now, I'm trying to save a little change because I only eat maybe like 1 or 2 bowls. So this one box at Walmart is literally like 1 or 2 bowl worth. It's a small box, like $1 something, just to get my little fix on. That tears me up every time. It's good while eating it, but the aftermath, yeah.
The repercussions.
The repercussions. And I will say this, though. One food that tore me up that I haven't ate since then is Long John Silver. And I know fish is tricky, period, point blank. But Long John Silver had me with food poisoning. I was going in one end and out the other. It was ridiculous. Like, I thought I was going to die. Literally die. Like, I had to crawl down the stairs. Moms had to bring me over some Gatorade because my fluids was depleted. I couldn't even drive to the CVS to give me anything. So she had to bring it over, and it was crazy. Like, I haven't eaten them since.
Long John's is another one because they're greasy.
Yeah.
But I've never got food poisoning from them, though.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but I kind of stay away from fish. Fish is tricky. Like, you can really get sick off fish no matter if it's a spot you visited multiple times. You can just get sick off that. So,
I don't fucks with fish.
I don't fucks with the fish.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so don't be the two for me. It was funny. A lot of people were saying when I made this post on Facebook, a lot of people were saying like, Mexican, Chinese. A lot of people were dairy. They were talking about the cheese, the lactose intolerant folks. Of course, they definitely was
Well,
chiming in.
well, here's the thing: we are the only mammal that is never broke from the mama's tip. You ain't supposed to spend your whole life drinking milk. That's for babies.
Well, I drink some milk, so I tear some milk up. So that's why my bones are strong.
Your bones. They make a pill for that. You can take vitamins.
I take them too. You need all you can get when you get older. So I take them too.
I told my kid the other day, I've been staying upstairs and I moved my bedroom downstairs. She said, "What are you doing, Mom?" I said, "Listen, I'm at the age that I could fall down them steps and break my hip."
All your natural bones. All of your natural bones. You be looking like that game Operation.
I'm too old for stairs.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Shoot, we all are. Now, I got stairs in my house, but I dread them. Like, I even had to get a refrigerator upstairs because if I want some water or something like that or a little knick-knack, I'm like, I'm not trying to keep running down here to go get this food for real. So
Yes.
When you get older, those revelations come real, real quick like.
Real quick. And I got a Great Dane, so if he starts going down the stairs, he can't stop.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm about halfway down and he comes running, it's a wrap. I'm done. I see my dad.
He's taking you clean, smooth out.
Clean out.
Clean, smooth out. All right, so here we go. We we couldn't do a show without having a relationship type of topic, so we got one.
Oh.
And this is a funny one because I didn't realize how many people are with it, but you about spinning the block again, or when it's done, it's done?
So I have always been, it's a wrap. I try and try and try as hard as I can try. And then when I'm done trying, it's a wrap.
Okay.
But there is always that one.
That one?
There's always that one. And if he come back, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So you know how to get you.
Traveling the block.
You know how to get you.
Traveling the block. He does. Well, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
It was crazy how many people
backpedaling like crazy.
It was crazy how many people actually said that they'll go a couple times. Like they were really, really forthcoming with it, saying they done been around the block 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and they didn't have no qualms about saying that. For me, I will say this. I will not say I've never done it or would never do it, but the chances are very highly unlikely because I don't just jump into relationships. I'm very thought processed. It takes a long time for me to even say we're together like that. So everything is thought processed out to where, hey, now I'm in this. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to try to make it work because once I'm done, I'm done. So we got to go to counseling. We need to, have these sit down talks. We need to put everything on the table, be transparent. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get all of that. Everything that's positive, those tools that they tell you to have and to use in relationships, we're going to use them. But after we done using them, if ain't nothing changing for the better, it's a wrap. We could be friends. We could definitely, mutually, on good terms, just, see away from each other. But yeah, I'm not about to sit up here and keep on giving you opportunities. I feel like once we go through all that, there's no more opportunities needed. And once
my thing is with this one, he never made me look like Boo Boo the Fool.
Okay.
He's the only one that never had me out here looking silly, looking stupid.
Okay. And I can see that. Yeah, I can see that aspect of it. Y'all, it wasn't on bad terms, so it's always a chance. So I can understand that. But for me, it's like in the midst of it, I just know how I am. I don't know if it's my Virgo ways or whatever, but once we wear our heart on our sleeves, right? So I put everything when I'm open and honest and I make myself vulnerable and hey, that part don't work for some reason. It's just like, okay, well, cool. That's what it is. Right. Now I'm back to doing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I am. So, and then I'm like, I don't really want to go back down that road no more. I want something new. So it's like, that's kind of how I am, but I'm not going to say it's not a woman out there who can't, ever change my mind or make me think differently, but for the most part, not too much.
Listen, that one.
I mean, it's probably
That
is
one
one,
for
you know what I'm
me.
saying? Like, but yeah, once I'm tired of you or once I've exasperated all options, yeah, it's OV. It's OV. All right, so we do got to talk. Go ahead, what you about to say?
I was just going to say sometimes second chances can be blessings.
And you
sometimes.
and they can be messy. Sometimes you go back on the second round and now you have a kid and it still don't work. Now you're stuck. Now you
stuck.
Yeah. Now you stuck
you
like Chuck.
You got to take them out. It's just like you said from the start. If you're going to start out a relationship, you better think it through.
And that's my point. So I thought it through, and I don't want to do it again. I've said with myself, I said, self, we don't need her no more. And she said, self, okay.
Self said no.
Self said no. Exactly. So, you had those talks with yourself in the car, especially listening to some Usher. Yeah, you got to let it burn. That's what my man said. Got to let it burn.
They make a cream for that. They make a cream for that.
Well, that's a different burn. I don't think that was the Usher, the way he was talking about when he said, let it burn. No. You don't want to let it burn. You want some relief.
I heard different.
You want to let it cool. That's the remix. That's the remix. But anyway, so we got to talk about the Tyson and Paul fight. Did you check it out?
Yes, I did.
What was your take on the Tyson and Paul fight?
That was like elder abuse.
Geriatric battles.
Listen, Tyson, he what, 58?
58.
And let's not even begin to get it twisted, because when he started fighting, he come out when he was what, 17?
Probably maybe younger. I know he was been boxing since 13, but he probably had his first match about 16 or 17.
I'm thinking it was 17.
Maybe in 15, matter of fact.
And let's give him all the absolute props that man deserves, because he was a beast.
Yeah.
He was a beast among beasts.
Facts.
And I mean, there is no way to deny that.
Right.
But he's 58-year-old.
58 is 58.
58.
58 is 58, no matter how you get around it.
58. He didn't have no business. He didn't have no business in that ring. And he did okay, like the first couple of rounds. He kind of, not that he did okay. He didn't even do okay. For a 58-year-old, he did okay. For a 58-year-old, he did okay.
For a 58-year-old.
But for a 27-year-old, you can't tell me that man could have killed him in them first couple rounds if he really wanted to.
I think it's a little different, though. And this is what I'm going to say. If you watch videos, right, like, well, first of all, screw Netflix because of how they treated people. Most people couldn't even get on to watch the fight. And if they did, it was buffering, you know what I'm saying, every 5 seconds. So you really had to just rewatch it to really get it. And that's what I had to do, right? I think the fight was fixed. After really watching it and having a chance to really sit down with it and watch it and watching other videos and people breaking it down, it was so many times. If you watch the first round or two, Tyson came out so aggressive and he was hitting him. He was doing what Tyson does, right? And then all of a sudden he just totally stopped. And you can see when it's one point when they show it where he actually hits Jake Paul and he gives him a good hit. And you can see him kind of like say something in his ear. And then Tyson taps him on the back. And then all of a sudden, from that point on, he's not aggressive anymore. And it's almost like, hey, it was a clause in the contract that he could knock him out early or he wouldn't get paid. So there's a lot of fishiness to the whole situation in general that made it kind of like when I really watched it, first everybody's going to say he's 58, he got bad knees, he got bad feet. Yeah, he did. But if you just watch that first round, Tyson was Tyson. And then he was biting his gloves because he was trying to remember.
Now, listen, be honest, he was 58-year-old Tyson.
No, the first round, no. He was coming out throwing what he threw because like when Jake Paul would duck and feint under that left hook, Tyson normally comes with an uppercut. But he didn't do it because he wouldn't knock him out. But Jake Paul was open for it all day long. Like now as the rounds wane on, of course Tyson's going to fade out. He's 58, right? Them first two rounds, he could have knocked him out in the first two rounds, is my point. But he wouldn't have got paid. So he started biting his gloves because his instinct is to knock somebody out or go for the kill. He don't know nothing else. He's biting his gloves to try to remember, don't knock him out. Don't
hit him.
Don't go away from the script. You got to get paid. I got to get paid. I get props to Jake. I get props to Jake Paul too, because he could have knocked him out when he was wobbling and he did catch him a couple times. He could have knocked him out and finished him off, but he didn't. He showed respect for a legend. So I G for him on that. But
I think that was a lot of it too in the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, he had admiration of it, but no, I think I don't really think Jake Paul's a good boxer. I've watched a lot of his fights. I think a lot of it's scripted, so you can say, well, that is. But I looked at Tyson. Those punches that he ducked from Tyson normally comes back with another uppercut, especially when you duck that head. That uppercut is a signature Tyson punch. And in the first round, he wouldn't even throw it. If he'd have hit him with that, the fight's over. And all this build-up is done. And that's the reason why they basically said he could knock him out in the first couple of rounds, and he had the longer he made it go, the more money he got. What type of stipulation are those? We boxing. It's not an exhibition. So we boxing, right?
Yeah, and that's what Tyson's known for.
You're going out quick. Yeah, he's never had stamina. If you make Tyson go 9-10 rounds, he's going to fade out. He's a big heavyweight that throws powerful punches that's going to take a lot of energy. And he never tries to make it to the round. He's trying to knock you out in the first 2-3. If you stand there and you engage, really like throw some punches, you most likely are going to take the brunt of it and lose. And that's what it counts on. So, that was different. But all in all, entertainment. But I will shout out them girls, Serrano, and I forgot the other girl's name. But hey, them girls was battling. They was gladiating.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the girls.
So if you go back and rewatch it, it's girls right before a Tyson fight. I want to say Serrano and what was the name? Another girl was Julie or something like that. Young, I think it was maybe. But hey, they was battling. One girl had her whole eye split. Now they was battling. A lot of people say Serrano. I think she got they think she got cheated or whatever. If I'm saying her name right, I think so. But yeah, it was. Hey, the girl fight was the highlight of the night. Facts. So.
I'll have to go watch it then because I didn't even watch it.
Yeah. So, I really don't have too much more. I mean, I appreciate you definitely rocking with me. Like I said before, this is on a quick moment's notice. You know what I'm saying? Trying to just get content, trying to get content out there. So I appreciate you for rocking with me.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm gonna let you go ahead and get on with your evening. I know you probably work today, so it is only a Tuesday? Yeah, it's a Tuesday. So yeah, we just now getting this work week started. Really, we in the middle tomorrow. But yeah, I know you need to get in there and get rest or make something to eat or do what you got to do. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and get to that.
All right, I appreciate you. Anytime you let me know.
That's right. Thank you.
Next time we'll bring Bo.
Yeah, Bo will be back.
All right, we'll see you, Kev.
All right, now. Have a good one.
You too. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, good people. So, like I said before, just trying to keep the show flowing. But I do have a surprise, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talked to my mans in a minute. Y'all know who it is. He can be him gonna chop it up and do what we do, clown around, have a good time. Y'all know what it is. Y'all rocking with your boy Big Kev.
What's going on, bro?
What's happening, brother?
You tell me, man.
Hey, man, slow motion. Just making it do what it do.
I hear you.
On a Tuesday, going up on a Tuesday.
Man, you called me right as I was leaving work, too.
Ah, okay.
What are we talking about today?
We was just really had a guest, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, this is last minute notice. So, try to put some stuff together. So, of course, we talked about the Tyson and Paul fight. Talked about who would we ban off of social media if we had that power and stuff like that. So, yeah, little stuff like that.
Tuesday night. Nothing but work going on a Tuesday, huh? No, popular people be out on Tuesday. That's a little secret.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you ain't got to work, if you got a real job, most time you ain't trying to be out on no Tuesday night.
Well, man, you supposed to be working your job so you don't have to work no more.
Yeah, that's what we trying to do. it's a process.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Yeah, so you
it
gotta
really is.
Yeah, so you got to go through this first, and then you get to those type of. Hey, I'm the one out on Tuesday y'all talking about.
Man, speaking of the fight, how did that conversation go?
We really was just like I really was just breaking it down to where I thought the fight was fixed. From different things, like I told her when I looked at it, that Friday night, I really didn't get to watch it because Netflix was messing up for everybody, and it definitely messed up for me. And I wasn't about to sit there and keep on watching this buffering of a fight because you're gonna miss something eventually. So I rewatched it when I had a chance, and I'm like, it's some funny business going on around here.
Yeah, we've been breaking it down too. It's been a good thing. I mean, most of the conversations have been good because that white guy embarrassed the whole boxing organization.
Right.
Because boxing has never had anything that big.
In
the history of boxing, ain't never had nothing that big.
You right about that.
And that's a shame.
For that type of spectacle that they put on, yeah. And then I was just talking about the rules and regulations of it. Like, it was already fishy. Like, if you're a boxer, you could get knocked out at any moment. Like, you could get knocked out in 10 seconds if you get that punch, you know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be no stipulations on, you can't knock me out in the first 2 rounds and you don't get no money. So if a person is doing it for the money, of course they're not going to be hungry and aggressive.
Now, what if that's always been a thing in boxing and we didn't know about it?
There you go. And that could be. That could be why Floyd be dancing around all the time.
None of us know the meetings that go on behind these closed doors and how what the real picture or real story behind it is.
True.
We see what we've been trained to see or what they want us to see, but we don't even know that both sides know each other.
Man, that's facts.
Check that out. Both sides know each other and respect each other.
Working in cahoots.
Come on now.
Like politics. Just like politics.
Same thing, bro. Same scenario. I think that's what's being exposed. That's what we're watching nowadays. Somebody that's on the outside of a thing do something big on the inside of the thing that expose the thing. And this is just the beginning. You've seen it with the music industry, Hollywood, sports, with this boxing thing. What else is next? What's coming after this? That's what we all need to be looking at.
Yeah, what is next? Because, 2025, like, we almost done with 2024. So 2025, some revelation's going to happen. It never fails.
Never. So put your seatbelt on and get ready for the ride.
Fasten up.
Fast and furious.
Boy. Facts though. You speaking them the facts because that's what everybody's saying is like, then you got to think about it in 2025, Diddy's trial will actually happen. So that's like in the first quarter of it. So that's going to already bring a lot of turbulence through the entertainment industry and political field and, important people field because there's going to be some revelations that man's going to bestow upon people's head to try to get free and wiggle out.
Exactly. What does that look like? Who's all involved? What y'all been talking about in those rooms?
Boy.
Yeah.
That one's going to be the shocker.
I think it's going to be more to it than that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to be a shocker, but I think this thing is just starting to get momentum and get traction. Like, it's going to be a whole lot of things that get exposed that we didn't even know was going on.
Oh, that's a given. I thoroughly believe that. There's going to be some
and
people
some of us, me and Sean were talking at work today. Some people been believing the lie so long, it's the truth. So when the truth come up, you're not gonna believe it.
Right. You're going to think they just trying to set up a black man. That's exactly what some of them people saying, too. They got hard evidence that shows you, yeah, this guy's not who he thought he was, and you still trying to fight for him. It's kind of wild.
Man, Mike Tyson ain't never been part of nothing that big, even in his hate. Most of it is he remember for going to jail and being a womanizer more than he remember for being a champion.
Hell, and get knocked out by Buster Douglas. That was his last. That was his last kind of like his last part of his career.
Yep. And what if somebody told him he was going to take a dive?
Yeah.
Because that's how the game is.
Yeah. I mean,
like it's messed up, man.
It is. You can't trust nothing no more.
Now I'm gonna ask a question.
Okay.
Should you have in the first place?
No.
That's what we having to come to the realization of. I shouldn't have tried. I should have been skeptical about that in the first place.
Facts. That's reality.
Because liars lie. They can't do nothing else.
Liars do lie.
Just like talkers
They're
talk.
just doing their job. They just doing their job. Haters
DMX said a long time ago on Drink Champs, expect the person to be who they are. When they show you who they are, believe it.
Maya Angelou said it best.
Why you want them to change? Let them be who they are. But we get caught up in that mess.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to change somebody. You can't change nobody. You couldn't change your mind if you wanted to. You know how you test it? Watch a football game and look at all of the ads with the food and tell yourself you don't want nothing to eat.
Boy.
Go ahead and try it.
Be like, man, you know what? I ate before I came, seeing them hot dogs and them pretzels get the pass. You know what? Let me go ahead and get one of them hot dogs and them pretzels, G. I thought you ate already. Get out of my business.
That's what it turned into.
Yeah.
And they even say it in the commercials now. The new Uber Eats commercial tell you exactly what they doing.
Yeah.
How many people heard it?
Not a lot. They should be looking at the hot dog.
I said, wow, I was blown away because I'm sitting here they literally saying what they doing, how they doing it, and you still gonna get up and go get something to eat.
Right. It's the truth, though. It really is. You get influenced by visuals.
What else do you get influenced by? See, this is what starts you down the rabbit hole. What else are you influenced by? If visual is one of it, what's the others? Because there are others.
Let's see. You can get influenced by word of mouth. Because some people can say, oh, that's great and it tastes like this and it makes you want to partake in it. So that's one.
Anything that has to do with your senses can influence your body.
Mm-hmm.
Try that on for size. Most of all our devices have something to do with our senses.
Yeah.
And if you've been listening to your uncle long enough, you should see these things, the parallels between them all.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a reason why all of your senses are represented above your shoulders. And your neck, by the way.
Mm.
We covered this before, but your face is a representation of your five senses.
Correct.
I hope everybody been having a wonderful time. and living their lives to the fullest.
Yeah.
So how long you been on air? Or how long you been recording?
This is probably like we were right at the 40-minute mark right now.
Okay. I ain't gonna get no homework. We'll come back later for that.
Yeah. When they put Bo on there, yeah, he ain't ducking the homework. he gotta get it too. He gotta get it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
this.
I got a couple documents that I'm gonna send you.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I got this paperwork that done fell in Uncle's hands, and it proves a lot of stuff. Old documents.
Okay.
Build the suspense.
Good. So the next time then we meet up,
and they legitimate.
Ooh.
Like people been knew.
That's intriguing.
Oh yeah.
Very intriguing.
More to come.
Okay.
Your uncle been just sitting by the wayside and just letting stuff float by.
Letting it build up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so then so that means when we have our discussion when Bo come back, we got plenty to talk about. Plenty of new information.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I like it.
Yep. It's all about getting everybody on the right side of things.
That's right. That's right. That's what we get.
Which we headed there anyway.
Right. Facts. But yeah, this show, like really, like I said before, we're gaining followers, you know what I'm saying? And I know once you stop giving them what they want, supply and demand, right? So no matter if it's your best show, your worst show, you still want to put content out there because somebody can find a gem in something you say. So I'm all, regardless if Bo can rock with us because he's out there chasing, you know what I'm saying, and doing what he got to do, his grind's giving, as he call it. I'm always still just try to put out content. So yeah, we gonna rock with it no matter what.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. We'll make it happen.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Matter of fact,
what will be, will be.
What will be, will be. Yeah.
All right. Hey, man, I love you. You have a good rest of your week.
Love you too, bro. Thanks for checking in.
All right. Later.
All right, later. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to, holler at Uncle OG. It's been a good minute or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Let y'all know he still rocks with us. So, like you said, he got something brewing. He's fresh off work, so we really didn't get into anything deep. But I just wanted to give y'all a show. Big Kev solo, you know what I'm saying? I miss my partner, because we go back and forth. We feed off one another, but still, always going to give y'all content, always going to give y'all something to laugh at, always going to give y'all something to watch no matter what. And until the next one, yup.